Hello guys, welcome back to the Universe of TechUp. In this tutorial, we will learn about divide and conquer techniques, problem solving techniques. In divide and conquer is a powerful algorithmic techniques used to solve a problems by breaking them into a smaller, it is more manageable sub-problems. The idea is to divide the problem into a smaller problems. We conquer each sub-problems is recursively and then combine their solution to solve the original sub-problems. This technique is widely used in various algorithms for its efficiency and simplicity. The first we need to learn divide and conquer techniques. Divide and conquer is a powerful algorithmic techniques. It used to solve the problems by breaking them into a smaller and more manageable subproblems. The idea is to divide the problem into a smaller subproblems. They conquer each subproblems is recursively and then combine their solution to solve the original problem. This technique is widely used in various algorithms for its efficiency and simplicity. We are using in the merge sort. Key characteristics of divide and conquer techniques. The key characteristics of divide and conquer technique is first one is recursive nature. The problem is solved through the recursion, where the problem is divided into the smaller instance of the same problem. This is the recursive nature. Next one is independent subproblems. These subproblems are independent and do not overlap. Each subproblems can be solved separately. Yeah. So we will understand this divide and conquer techniques. Next one is efficient combination. After solving the subproblems, the solutions must be combined in an efficient way. This is all about key characteristics of divide and conquer techniques. Next one is how divide and conquer techniques works. The first step is divide the problem. Dividing the problem. The first step involves splitting the problems into smaller subproblems that are easier to solve. For example, we have eight numbers. We need to divide four. Four is one list and another four is one list. This is the dividing the problem. Next, solving the subproblem. In 4 is the subproblem and another 4 is the subproblem. The subproblems are typically solved recursively. If the subproblem is small enough, it meets a base class. It's solved directly. And next, we need to merging the result. In subproblem, 4 is divided into again 2 and 2 and another 4 is divided into 2 and 2. So next we need to merge the subproblems. This is how divide and conquer works. Next, we move on to the common ways divide and conquer is used. And for example, the divide and conquer is used in the merge sort. They sort an array of elements and split the array into two halves, then recursively sort each half. Next, we merge these two sorted halves into a single sorted array. This is how merge sort works. Next, the merge sort process is split the array into two halves until each sub array has only one element. Merge the subarrays back together while sorting them. This is how merge sort works process. Another one is quick sort. Sort an array of elements, choose a pivot element and partition the array into two subarrays. One with the element smaller than the pivot and the other with the element is greater than the pivot. Algorithm and Python code walkthrough. And next conquer. Recursively sort the two subarrays. And next we need to combine the no explicit combination step is needed since the array is sorted in place. So that is these are all the quicksort, how quicksort works. Next, the quicksort process is choose a pivot element, partitions the array into smaller and larger elements relative to the pivot. And next is recursively sort the partitions. This quicksort process. Next, we need to use it in the binary search. The search for an element is in search for an element in a sorted array. First, find the middle element of the array and compare it with the target. Next, we need to conquer. If the target is smaller, search in the left half. If it is a larger, search If it is larger, search in its right half. It is how binary search works. Next, we need to combine since the array is sorted. No combination step is needed. The search continues in the relevant subarray. This is the how binary search works. The binary search process is start with the middle element. If the target is smaller, discard the right half, and otherwise discard the left half. Repeat recursively on the relevant subarray. Next one is uh, matrix multiplication. In multiply the two matrices, split each matrix into four submatrices recursively and perform matrix multiplication on the submatrices. Then we need to combine the results of the submatrix multiplication to get the final product. And this one, the example for divide and conquer techniques. And next one is these are all the examples or common ways divide and conquer where we need to use. Next is when to use divide and conquer techniques. When a problem can be divided into smaller independent subproblems, when the subproblems are similar to the original problem and can be solved recursively, when the problem benefits from the efficient combination of subproblem solution. These are all the situation where we need to when we need to use the divide and conquer. When a solution has recursive structure that can be efficiently divided into simpler cases. There are four cases we need to use the divide and conquer. First one is when a problems can be divided into smaller independent subproblems. We need to use the divide and conquer. When the subproblems are similar to the original problem and can be solved recursively. This is the second one. Next one is when the problem benefits from efficient combination of subproblem solution. When a solution, next one is when the solution has a recursive structure that can be efficiently divided into simpler cases. These are all the when to use divide and conquer techniques. Next, we move on to the advantages and disadvantages of the divide and conquer techniques. And also used in the problem size is large, we need to use the divide and conquer techniques. And these are all the we need to use the divide and conquer techniques. Next one is advantages and disadvantages of divide and conquer techniques. First, we will learn advantages. It is a efficiency. Divide and conquer algorithm it provides a efficient solution with lower time complexity and simplification. By breaking complex problem into a smaller subproblem, the solution becomes a simpler and more manageable. This is also advantages and also parallelism. Many divide and conquer algorithms can be parallelized since the subproblems are independent. They can be solved in parallel, which speed up computation on multi-core processor. These are all the advantages of divide and conquer techniques. We move on to the disadvantages of divide and conquer techniques. It is a overhead. Recursive calls and splitting the problem can be problem can introduce a extra memory and time overhead, especially in cases where the number of subproblem is large. And also another one is not always applicable. Not all problems are naturally suited to a divide and conquer approach. For example, problems with overlapping subproblems like those solved by dynamic programming may not benefit for this. Next one is And next one is complexity in merging. In some cases, the merging step can be complex and time consuming, especially when combining the results of subproblems involves a non-trivial operation. These are all the disadvantages and disadvantages of the divide and conquer techniques. This is all about how divide and conquer techniques works, key features, key characteristics, when we need to use and what are the applications and advantages, disadvantages. These are all the divide and conquer techniques. If you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe, like and share and comment in this video.